Now, listen to me now.
So, BigBro, why do you think I wanted to squash things?
Can I just say to you? I don't dispute that.
I didn't want him to be hurt.
I don't dispute that, but until you told me that just now, I wasn't even aware that you knew.
I knew.
Yeah? Yes, I'm just telling you. Until 20 seconds
I never heard
ago,
you. I didn't know that you know.
Well, hold on a second. I am telling you.
I didn't know that you know.
Well,
That's what you just said.
No, imagine that. He didn't know that I know. Yeah, I heard from his Sunni Muslim brother. Yes. You understand? Who phoned me and told me to make sure Saar don't come down because they're going to...
Not all the Muslims in a fucking synchronicity.
No, I accept that. Yeah, that goes without saying. But that's not the point I'm making. But the point is, even though they're not in synchronicity, Saar heard that, he heard that, I heard that. He wasn't aware that I knew that he knew, and he wasn't aware that I knew.
Anything in general. Yeah, and just continuing the tradition.
Sorry, I need to catch this right now.
Yeah, but what was said? Look at your response. Look at what you said. You are a liar, and that's the reason why I find it difficult talking to you. Because I don't accept your apology. I don't believe it was sincere. Because there was nothing wrong with you. Yeah, I found it insincere.
But let me say a couple of
If I wanted to bring boys, there would have been boys in here.
You know what? Listen, let me say something.
Let me tell you this. Let me make one point. Let me tell you one point. This is not. Let me tell you what you've done. Let me tell you what you've done.
I didn't escalate.
Let me tell you what you've done. Let me tell you what you've done, yeah?
Let's go and address the beef thing, innit? Like, what's this? I wanted to say something for peace.
Listen to me.
You know what I was going to say? Now I'm going to say it.
Listen to me a second.
I need to say something here, please.
Hear what I'm saying to you. Hear what I'm saying to you, yeah? When you make, this is what I want to do, yeah, if you're a truthful person, because this could easily have all been sorted if truth was at the cornerstone of this. You made your apology.
Bro, I don't want to talking too much.
Yeah, you made your apology. Go back and listen to what you said. There was no threat from me whatsoever. What I said, and so that there was none in the beginning. Am I telling the truth or not?
To me, yes.
Am I telling the truth? Yes or no? Thank you very much. So now I'm telling the truth. When then did the argument start? When I rejected your apology because I said it was insincere. Was that true? Yes or no?
Was it insincere?
Was that true? No, I'm talking about before. I'm talking about before.
Yes, I'm saying
I'm talking about before.
Allow me to speak. I'm answering.
So it's a simple thing. I'm asking you about before. Was it true or not?
No, you're wrong.
Oh, let me go back. Let me go back.
Yes.
Let me go back a second.
When you have this thing in your head, you make this.
Sir, I'm telling the absolute truth.
In your head, BigBro, which is
when you came, you said that you had a perception of me which was untrue. Did you say that?
Well, I had the perception of you.
You said that you had a perception of me that was untrue.
No, it was
Did you say that?
Yeah, but it turned out to be true.
No. I'm talking about what you said at the time. I'm talking about what you said at the time. Okay, now, all I want to ask you is this. No, it's going to be a two-way discussion. All I want to ask you is this. Yeah, since we're speaking about truth. Prior to that discussion, had I ever spoken to you before and had any arguments with you? Yes, prior. So hold on a second.
It depends.
Hold on. So you're now telling me? No, that wasn't because we'd never spoken.
No, you said
we'd never spoken.
Yeah.
No, because you told the man that he's going to rip his head off.
Why?
Pardon? It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter why.
BigBro, I lost my temper.
It doesn't matter why.
Have you never lost your temper before?
Yes, I have.
You have.
Yes, I have.
So people say things when
Well, hold on a second, because you see when you say things...
I came to speak to him, I spoke to him on a level, when I found out Alex was his uncle, I calmed down. He was next to you, and now you were there, go and do whatever you want to do.
Listen to me. That's what you said. If you say that you've lost your temper, if you say that you've lost your temper, at that stage I hadn't lost my temper. You understand? No, hold the day. No. Because if you've got somebody standing up with you, and somebody threatens to take their face off and to take their head off because they've said something that you don't like, bearing in mind that you knew, just like I knew, before you come through those gates, that this is Speaker's Corner. So I said that you have a right not to listen to somebody. Yeah, now, as I said to you, this is 3 or 4 acres that we're given. There are certain people in here,
That's what happens.
Hamid, there are certain times when there are people in here that are speaking, you see me, I don't go up to them. You know why I don't go up to them? No, not because of that. Not because of that. No, not because of that. Because there's certain people that I don't want to listen to. So I don't go anywhere near them.
You don't like to listen at all. You don't like to listen. That's the problem. I'll be honest with you. You don't like someone that answers you back, that you feel that you can't.
You think that's true? How many arguments have you seen me having here? Let me just say one last thing, yeah, before your brethren comes in. Let me just ask you one thing. Work this out for yourself. Have you watched me speak to Ali Dawa? Have you heard me speak to Shabir? You have, yeah? You heard me speak to Hamza? Just to hear me one thing.
I heard you speak.
Yeah, hold a second. Hold a second.
That's the problem.
The truth is that when I had the discussion with Ali Dawa, the discussion wasn't what you saw on the video. The discussion was the discussion that we had for about 40-50 minutes prior to that, where he made some points. The only reason we went on video was because he wanted to answer those points, because I refused to go on the video, and then I said, all right, let's put it on the video. You understand? Which means that he had his point. I don't agree with him. Where was the arguments?
The problem is this, is that you have a thing in your mind and we are racist.
I think that most of the Muslims are racist.
There you go.
This is why I'm not amongst you lot. I think that you lot are racist.
You have a false perception
Sir,
of us.
let me tell you this. You cannot tell me that my experience... No, I will shut up in a minute. Yeah? Hold on. You've just made a statement. I'm telling you, you can't negate my experience. You can't negate my experience. If I say to you that most of the Muslims that I've come up against are racist, what you can say... In fact, no, I can't tell you what to say because you're a grown man. But let me tell you, what most people would say is that your experience? And I'd say, yes, that's my experience. Then you can tell me what is your belief.
Could you experience be wrong?
No.
You can't be wrong.
No.
Can I say something now, please?
I mean,
let me say something. I want to put some perspective on this, please.
But of course it is.
Yes or no? So
But of course it is.
So you could be wrong.
No, you can't, because what? Listen to me. Listen.
You know me. Have you ever
Thank you
felt
very
I
much.
was being racist towards you?
I'm not speaking about that.
Have you ever felt I was being racist towards you?
Well, you did in this situation.
Honestly, no.
I know. But
Be
listen,
fair. Be
but
fair.
listen.
Be fair.
Listen,
Yeah?
like me, you ain't got an issue.
No,
so,
be fair. Have you
me
ever
and you
felt I was
is
being
cool.
racist towards you?
Not
I thought you was being racist towards me. It's got nothing to do with it.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
But what I can tell you, this is my experience, yeah, and with the words, hold on a second, like most men, you understand, I think that most proper men are vengeful, yeah? Most men are, I just said to you, most men are vengeful. Well, let me tell you this, whatever I choose to speak out my mouth, you're not my daddy. You understand? I didn't elect you to police what comes out of my mouth. Whatever comes out of my mouth is my choice. But of course you do. Yeah, but what you don't have a right to do is to tell me that XYZ is going to happen. Because, yes, you do. Star, you're a liar. I'll tell you to your face. You're a liar.
No, don't accuse me.
But I'm telling you to your face, you're a liar.
Don't.
Because that's not what you said. What you said.
I said that if I hear that some...
What do you mean, if you're here? You're my daddy.
Let me finish.
If you're here.
Let me finish, please. I said, if I hear sorrow or something insulting the company, I will be in their face.
Yeah, that's not what you said.
Now that can be interpreted the way you want.
What you said.
I didn't mean I was going to be violent towards you.
That's exactly what you meant. Listen, let me tell you.
You said you destroy us.
You said, let me tell you this, and let me tell you, if you had any honesty in you, and you left Takia to one side, if you left it to one side, isn't that funny that when you speak about we Muslims, you always pluralize it. When I mention Takia, it's got nothing to do with them. To you, it's got to do with them. Listen. No, of course I don't know. I don't know anything about Islam. You understand? Let me just make this point out to you. You said to me, you said on the thing that when I come up in your face, let me tell you now, it's not going to be like the first time. You understand? This is what you said, online. To me, that's a direct threat. You understand? So if it's a direct threat, I'm going to respond to that direct threat. Yeah? It's as simple as that. Isn't it funny that Muslims have the greatest book in the world and you're very clear in what you're saying, but everything now, you have to give the meaning.
You're not listening to me. Would you like to hear what I meant by that?
Yeah, let me hear what you meant by it.
I simply meant, from the first time when I first came up to you, was a bit harsh. Nevertheless, it was peaceful. It was not aggressive. There was no violence, no first nothing. It was just a bit kind of hard, maybe a little bit harsh, but it was just normal discussion. Nothing more than that. When I said
Heated from who? You or me? You and me. Be truthful now. In the first instance, in the first instance, who was it from? Did you approach me? Yeah. Did you approach me?
I said, let's go.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth, and the conversation can carry on.
Let me finish.
Sir, was it you?
Let me finish. Why I meant by that is the next time I come up for here, it doesn't mean I'm going to come up to you and beat you up.
I'd like to see you try.
BigBro.
That would be interesting. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
You're strong.
Yeah,
I know.
I'd like to see that.
You can fight. I know.
I'd like to see that.
I never underestimate anyone.
Never should you.
But don't underestimate me.
I don't underestimate anyone. I told you before. Nobody is Superman.
Good.
Yeah, tell you that already.
That I think for a second that you can't handle this. I know you can.
No, it's got nothing to do with that. I don't want to talk about the fist. I want to talk about this. You don't want to bring it down to the fist. I want to bring it down to this.
You have to understand is that sometimes when you come across, you antagonize
me and Sarah. Am I married to Sarah? Am I married to Sarah? What do you mean me and Sarah? I defend Sarah. No. No.
I saw it with my eyes and Ali was that's what he said.
All right, I'm going to now tell you what was said, yeah? You speak first, I'm going to be quiet, and then I'm going to tell you what I said. You carry on speaking, then I'm going to tell you what I said. Yeah, cool, Gary. Yeah? Say what you're going to say, and then I'm going to tell you what was said.
You are defending basically good as
Mikel's been gone crazy like
you have traits.
I know it's because I'm manning you. I personally tell them my camera I'm going to what's happening already.
I've heard everything that
change it while it's moving.
I've heard the reason why recently it has escalated is social due to you. And the reason for that is that Sarah is emboldened you in this camp. And the reason why I can see because you never, I said it myself, you know when I said it on the camera, that BigBro himself never insulted me. I would swear I said that. I never lied against you when you have insulted. I know you have insulted me. You've never done that, I know. That's why I'm thinking, when you saw that. And the reason why you, out of your own words, defended him was because he's black. That's what he said. So I'm thinking, hang on, you bring up racism towards me. People understand. This racial bias. Just because someone is black, you defend him, even though he's wrong. If a Muslim do something wrong, I don't defend him. Quran says, be just even if against yourself. We are for justice. You should be just. If you say something wrong, we should know. Freedom of speech. So I said, by whose standards are you following? Remember last one I said, whose standards are you following these laws? Is it your own subjective experience or is it the law of the land? If you say law of the land, no problem. I accept it. Because the law says you can say X, Y, and Z. As long as it's not racially, defamation, or violence. But the problem is this. The same a couple of decades ago, you can say the N-word clearly. That's why the law changed, because brothers like yourself, your forefathers fought for their rights. Yes or no? Your forefathers fought for your right. So today, if I say the N-word, I could be arrested. Rightfully so. So we Muslims have to start from somewhere. We want to start from somewhere to get those rights. And if we don't say to you, all due respect, please don't say these things. You yourself, there's a debate. You try to make Muhammad seen as a suicidal person, and he was suicidal. Yeah? That's your view.
It's not my view, it's the view of Bukhari.
That's not Bukhari.
Yeah.
So we covered it.
Well, I knew you was going to say that. Right, if you finish your point.
Last thing. So the thing is, you be just. You're a man, you're an old man, I respect you, you're wise, you're someone who's been through a lot, I know you've seen things in life. You should be wise enough to
right, let me just say this to you. Right, now that you made your point, I'm going to make my point. Since I've come down here, I've not had an argument or a fight with anybody. Since I've come down here, I've not one time threatened anybody or got involved in any physical confrontation with anybody. I said, I made clear, she don't know who I am, I know who I am. I've made clear there's a reason why I come down here and I only come with 1 or 2 people. Yeah, because of who I am, because of who I know. And if I come down with a lot of people, they're going to say, oh, look at him because he's big and he knows blah, blah, blah. So I deliberately do not come down here with people. You you made a point, you said that I defended Sarah because he was black. Not only is that a lie, yeah, I'm going to give a context, because you see, if you tell a story and you only tell a part of the story when you're aware of what the whole story is, then that can only, a lie by omission is a lie by commission. And I'll explain to you what I mean. When we were speaking about Sarah, and you were speaking about Sarah, I said to you that I have, and I said to Ali Dawa, I have a great respect for the traditions of Hyde Park, which is why I'm not in the war thing when I come to Hyde Park. Yeah, I'm in the speaking thing and the intellectual thing. Yeah, there are certain Muslims down here that I like speaking to, there are others that I wouldn't give the time of day. When you spoke about Saran, you said that I defended him because he was black. Give context. This is what I said, and I can remember verbatim what I said. This is what I said. I said that Sarah, yeah, and I speak differently. Anybody here who's heard it, I want you to be very clear about what I said. I said Sarah and I speak differently. He has his way of speaking, I have my way of speaking. When Ali Dawa said to me, and I'll quote him word for word, he said, "Big bro, but you don't speak like that." And I said, the reason I don't speak like that, this is word for word now, is because that doesn't work for me. If I'm going to be speaking to somebody, it's because I want something back from them in terms of debate. And I understand that if I use particular words that will push people back from me, in the first instance, then I won't get anything back. I said, would I use those words? No, I wouldn't. But I recognize that Sarah is a grown man, and this is Hyde Park, and this is free speech. If I do not agree with Sarah, you understand, then I won't stand up and listen to him. This is the point I was making. When the colour thing was brought up, this is how it was brought up. I said that Sarah's parents and my parents come from the same place. There is a shared experience in terms of what our parents have gone through, of what my brothers, yeah, my proper blood brothers have gone through, what my family has gone through. Based on those shared experiences, this is what I said, I am not prepared to throw Sarah under the bus because he may have said something that other people may have disliked. And then this is what I said. This is what I said, word for word. I said, don't you believe, this is what I said, yeah, because you're mentioning the black and I'm going to give you context. I said, don't you believe that if our brother speaks out what we may consider out of line, don't you think that we would go and have a conversation with our brother? Then the little fat Muslim brother, black brother said, no, we don't believe it. I said, well, I don't care what you believe. You understand? Because either what I'm saying is true or it's not. I said, don't you think that we would go and have a conversation with our brother, bearing in mind that this is Speaker's Corner and this is not Fighter's Corner. That's the context. So when I said that I support Sarah, I said that we as a people have shared experiences. You understand? It's like, for example, if you come from Syria, yeah, and you and your brothers in Syria are fighting against, for example, Assad's forces, and you both now end up in London, and you go somewhere and there is a problem. Do you then turn your back on your brother because he said something that somehow somebody else may not dislike? No. What you do, you say to him, yeah, as I said, in private, when it's a conversation, boy, I'm not certain that that's kind of productive. This is what I said. So when I mentioned the black brother thing, it was in that context that I said it. So you see how it's different. If you just come up and say, I'm going to defend him because he's black, you understand? That is not the case. I said to you that we as a people have a shared experience. Just like there are black people now who are Muslims, you understand that they will say that they have a shared experience with other Muslims. Does that mean you agree with every Muslim that you see? Of course you don't. You understand? And so similarly, in my position, you understand, I'm saying that as far as I'm concerned, it could be anybody. It could be Muslim. I don't care whether it's Shia, whether it's Sunni, whether it's Hanafi, I don't care, whatever it is. If they have a point at the park that they wish to make, and you don't like it, then turn around and leave them. Because I mentioned to Ali Dawa that we've been here for, not we, but like collectively, Hyde Park has been here 150 years and has seen many esteemed speakers. And everybody here should have a respect for Hyde Park. It doesn't mean yeah, it doesn't mean, and by the way, very quickly, the God that you say you worship, I don't believe he's as capricious as some of his followers. You understand? That he would be so hurt, you understand, that people say X, Y, Z. I just genuinely don't believe that. You understand? I told you, I don't believe in the weight of this. I told you I believe in the weight of a superior argument. You came up to me the first time, just give me 1 more minute. You came up to me, let me just go on with that race stuff. You came up to me and you said to me that I'm a black supremacist. And I thought, I don't know where you get your information from, because I've made clear, I don't believe in black supremacy and I don't believe in white supremacy. The only supremacy I believe in, and I said this to you, I believe in the supremacy, of a cogent argument. Meaning, I don't care what color you are. If you have a great argument, you understand, then I support you. You understand? That's got nothing to do with color. That's got to do with the supremacy of what I believe is a cogent argument. So the black thing that you mentioned, whilst it was partly true, it was not fully true. You understand? You should take that back.
So you said that you don't defend him because he's a black brother, but because you shared ancestry, right?
No, you misunderstood what I said.
Experiences.
Yeah, but it's not just experiences. No, because I've already made clear. I've already made clear that I said on camera, and if you notice what I said, I looked at the camera and I said that I am not a hypocrite. You understand? And I will not say that I support something, you understand, just for the hell of it. You understand? And I said that we speak to our brother, privately. This is what we do. However, if you're going to take that to mean, just give me 10 seconds, please. If you're going to take that to mean that, okay, he said that, you understand, and because he has his opinion now, there are going to be people who want to harm him, and I'm going to stand up there and allow that to happen. I can't allow that to happen. And that doesn't mean that I'm in support of what he says. I'm in support of the idea of free speech.
I and everyone here, we don't want harm anyone. We don't want beef with anyone.
That's not how it came over.
We don't want beef with no one.
That's not how it came over.
Regardless of what you think of me, I'm not someone that goes around bullying people. I don't. But the reality is that if you punch someone, eventually you punch back. The problem is, you say you're for free speech.
I am for free speech.
Would you defend Sarah if what he said was against the law? Would you defend her?
Look, let me just say this to you. I'm going to answer it. It's a very simple question. I've made clear, well, I'm going to answer it for you.
The point I'm getting
5 seconds it will take me to answer. Where the law is concerned, the law reigns supreme, whether you like it or not. And I'm a supporter of the law. I hope that answers your question. Well, I'm just saying to you, I'm a supporter of the law.
And the thing is this, the law says, technically what Sarah is saying is not against the law. Legally. It's not against the law. You can slander the prophet as much as you like, nothing will happen. But the thing is this.
Do you know what slander is?
No, but I'm saying like defaming or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
The thing is this.
You can't slander someone who's dead.
I know.
Okay.
Defamation.
Defamation.
The thing is this. As Muslims, if we want to bring a change in this country, where we are included in certain laws, like anti-Semitism laws, defamation laws, should we not stop somewhere? Should we not draw the line somewhere? Unless we do that, nothing will change. So this is part of our struggle with it.
But nobody's disputing that. But that's an argument for Parliament. That's an argument for Parliament. No. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. How it works is, brother. Hold on a second. Yes, it may well start grassroots level, but it's the MPs, it's the letter writing campaigns, and so on and so forth that you do it. But you have to be very careful. Because you see, there's many Muslims now who take the position that even if you quote, I can stand here for the next 2 hours and only quote the Quran and Hadith. I'm not a Hafiz, you understand, but my memory is not the worst in the world. And I can quote, Hadith, you understand, and I can quote the Quran. And how I can put these words will show Muhammad alayhi salam in a light which is not brilliant.